Hello lovely people of the internet. Since this is the last day of October and therefore Inktober, I wanted to collect my thoughts about doing Inktober and my process that I showed during the last years. So Inktober is a challenge in the artist community that was created by Jake Parker. There is a lot of controversy about his person, but I don't want to go into this right now. That would be a whole other story. The goal of the challenge is to basically draw or paint 31 ink illustrations in the month of October, following a prompt list that Jake Parker creates each year. So this is the main idea of his challenge, but a lot of people create prompt lists each year on social media, and today I think you can basically choose whichever list you like. This painting I created in 2021 as a part of my favorite Inktober series this far, which only consists of 4 paintings though. So the first tip or thought would be don't overwhelm yourself. This may be the most important point just at the beginning, although I understand the need and wish to complete Inktober and the 31 drawings. For me, it turned out to be way too stressful and not doable to create a full illustration for each day. So I'd rather reduce the number of illustrations to a, at least for me, manageable number, and thus create something of value that I'm proud of in the end. At least that doesn't work for me, as I'm working full-time and just can't create a painting each day, which satisfies me or which is satisfying me. Thought 2 would be don't fixate on ink as your medium. Yes, Inktober started out to be about ink illustrations, but if you would rather use gouache or digital mediums, then go for it. For me, Inktober is always about experimenting. For example, I know that I'm not the best at drawing clean line art, so Inktober is the time for me to really get into that and increase my skills, or at least try to. I also like to play with textures or try out different illustration styles or mix ink with watercolors or colored pencils. Everything that works for you is great. If you fixate too much on a certain point of the challenge, it easily becomes really stressful, and so it could be less enjoyable. In the end, it is about creating art and getting into the habit of drawing or painting more often. Thought 3, stay simple. Almost every year I struggle with Inktober because I just want to do too much. The only year I was happy with my creations was 2021, where I only did 4 paintings and where this illustration stems from. I did simple portraits and the only complicated detail here was the picture frame. This year I did Lixie's Inktober, Lixie Illustrations, and it's called Lixie Witchy Challenge. And I think there should be 8 prompts on the list, so I thought I could work smaller so I could include more details, which leads me to tip or thought number 4. 4 is work bigger. Yes, that's one thing I learned from Inktober, and every time I don't stick to this rule, I'm completely frustrated in the end and don't like the outcome. I'm happy for you if you can work smaller and still be satisfied with your painting, but that just is something that doesn't work for me, especially with ink. I find it so hard to control, so I have to work bigger to at least get the feeling I can nearly get the outcome as it was in my imagination. I know bigger paper is intimidating and you think you can get things done faster on a smaller scale, but in the end it takes me at least more time and I'm unhappy with the results, so that doesn't work out like I would like to. And the last and I think a little bit more obvious point is draw things you like. Yeah, this is kind of obvious, but if you choose to do Inktober, you should concentrate on a list of things you like. For example, if there is the prompt shoe and you just don't like drawing shoes, try to incorporate something you like. Maybe a character, or if you like drawing flowers, you could incorporate that as well. Or you could choose a list with things that speak more to you. Some people make lists with more kind of Halloween themed things, for example, which resonate to me a lot more. Or you could even make your own list as long as you have fun with it. So Yeah, this is everything I can tell you so far. I hope it helps one or the other in the next year. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I'll talk to you soon then. Bye!